Decoding Attraction: 10 Unspoken Weaknesses Women Possess, and How Stoicism Can Help You Navigate Them. Have you ever poured your heart and soul into a relationship, only to watch it crumble despite your best efforts? Perhaps you've diligently followed conventional dating advice, being nice, respecting her space, or simply being yourself, yet found yourself lost, confused, or nursing a broken heart. What if the very foundation upon which you've built your understanding of attraction is flawed? What if the dating game, as it's commonly understood, is rigged against you? This essay dares to challenge the accepted norms, to delve into the hidden psychology that governs attraction, and to reveal 10 often unspoken weaknesses inherent in the female psyche. However, let's be clear. The intention here isn't to exploit or manipulate, but rather to foster a deeper understanding of women, to navigate relationships with greater wisdom, and to cultivate stronger, more meaningful connections. By acknowledging these inherent tendencies, traits that, from a Stoic perspective, can be seen as areas where emotional reasoning can sometimes overshadow logical thought, men can approach dating with a more informed and nuanced perspective. This essay will not advocate for manipulation. It will be about achieving a more balanced and authentic connection by recognizing the deeper emotional currents at play. Understanding these aspects allows men to connect on a deeper level, offering stability, confidence, and authenticity, qualities that naturally draw people closer. This approach, guided by Stoic principles of self-control and emotional intelligence, will ultimately lead to more fulfilling and respectful relationships. Forget the simplistic, often contradictory dating advice you've been fed. The men who seem to effortlessly succeed in relationships aren't adhering to those rules. They possess an intuitive understanding of something deeper. They recognize that while women are intelligent and capable, their desires are often rooted in emotions. Emotions they themselves may not fully understand or be consciously aware of. These emotional drivers, while not weaknesses in the pejorative sense, are vulnerabilities, areas where certain qualities in a man can exert a powerful influence. This essay will break down these 10 key aspects, revealing how a Stoic approach, one emphasizing self-mastery, emotional resilience, and unwavering values, can empower you to navigate the complexities of attraction with greater confidence and integrity. The flawed logic of the dating game. Let's face it, the dating game is rigged, and it's not rigged in your favor. You've probably noticed that the men who seem to have everything figured out are the ones who don't follow the rules. They understand something most men don't. Women are not the logical, rational beings you've been trained to believe they are. No, their desires are based on emotions, and the truth is they don't even consciously know why they're attracted to certain men. That's what I'm here to break down for you today. We're diving into the 10 biggest weaknesses every woman has, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can exploit these weaknesses not to manipulate or hurt anyone, but to understand the psychology behind attraction and use it to build better, stronger, and more meaningful connections. The conventional wisdom often portrays women as seeking partners based on logical criteria, financial stability, career success, or a checklist of desirable attributes. While these factors may play a role, the truth is that attraction is often a far more complex and emotionally driven phenomenon. Women, like all humans, are influenced by a myriad of subconscious factors, including evolutionary instincts, societal conditioning, and personal experiences. These factors can create weaknesses in the sense that they can be susceptible to certain qualities or behaviors in a man, regardless of whether those qualities align with conscious desires or rational thought. It's crucial to reiterate that understanding these aspects isn't about manipulation. It's about gaining a deeper understanding of human psychology and using that knowledge to build more authentic and meaningful connections. It's about recognizing that women, like men, are complex beings with a range of emotions, insecurities, and desires. Principle 1. The steadfast man, a lighthouse in a sea of uncertainty. The steadfast man, let's be clear about something up front. Women today are bombarded with options. They've got guys blowing up their DMS, strangers complimenting them, and dating apps offering an endless buffet of potential matches. So why do most men fail in the dating game despite all these available tools? Because they're inconsistent. Most guys today are flaky, don't keep promises, and give up too easily. And you know what women notice this. Here's the brutal truth: women don't trust easily. They've been conditioned to expect men to disappear when things get difficult, whether it's after a few dates or a few months. Most women are on guard because they've experienced men not showing up, not following through, and not being reliable. That's why the man who stands firm in his decisions and his actions and in his words becomes an instant standout. Being steadfast means more than just showing up on time. It's about embodying stability in all aspects of your life. You need to be the man who not only says what he'll do, but does it without hesitation. In a dating world full of flaky, indecisive men, the one who follows through becomes a lighthouse in a sea of uncertainty. Start by being consistent with the small things. If you say you'll text her later, do it. If you promise her you'll call a specific time, make sure you're on the dot. Being steadfast doesn't mean being rigid. It means being dependable. She needs to know that you're a man who sticks to his word, because reliability is one of the sexiest traits you can offer in today's fast-paced, often superficial dating world. In today's hyper-connected world, women are constantly bombarded with options, a deluge of attention from dating apps, social media, and everyday interactions. This abundance, paradoxically, can lead to a sense of overwhelm and a deep-seated distrust. Many men, caught up in the superficiality of the dating game, fail to demonstrate genuine consistency and reliability. They're quick to make promises but slow to follow through, leaving a trail of broken commitments and unmet expectations. This inconsistency, amplified by the fleeting nature of modern dating, creates a weakness in women, a heightened sensitivity to signs of instability and unreliability. Women are conditioned to expect men to disappear when things get difficult, or to simply lose interest after the initial infatuation fades. This expectation, often born from past experiences, makes the steadfast man, the man who stands firm in his decisions, actions, and words, an instant standout. He represents the beacon of stability in a sea of uncertainty, a rare and highly valued quality in today's dating landscape. Being steadfast goes beyond simply showing up on time. It's about embodying reliability in all aspects of your life. It's about being a man of your word, someone who consistently delivers on promises, both big and small. It's about demonstrating unwavering commitment to your values and principles, even in the face of challenges or temptations. This consistency breeds trust, a fundamental element in any meaningful relationship. Stoic fortitude, the foundation of steadfastness. From a Stoic perspective, steadfastness is rooted in self-discipline and adherence to virtue. It's about cultivating inner strength and resisting the temptation to give in to fleeting desires or external pressures. The Stoic understands that true happiness comes from within, from living in accordance with reason and virtue, not from seeking external validation or fleeting pleasures. This inner stability translates into unwavering reliability, making him a rock in a world of shifting sands. To cultivate steadfastness, start with the small things. If you say you'll text her later, do it. If you promise to call at a specific time, be punctual. These seemingly minor acts of consistency build trust and demonstrate that you're a man of your word. However, steadfastness isn't about being rigid or inflexible. It's about being dependable, about being someone who can be counted on to follow through on commitments and to stand by their values. It's about striking a balance between unwavering commitment and adaptability, recognizing that life is full of unexpected twists and turns. Principle 2. Confidence, the quiet power of inner worth. Confidence, we hear it all the time. Confidence is attractive, but what does that really mean? Confidence is not about arrogance or being loud. True confidence is the quiet, unwavering belief that you are enough just as you are. This kind of confidence is magnetic because it's rare, especially in today's world where so many men feel the need to constantly prove themselves to others. Women are naturally drawn to confident men Because so if confidence signals security, think about it, women have their own insecurities. They worry about how they look, how they're perceived, and whether or not they measure up. When a woman meets a man who is unshaken by external validation, who doesn't need her to make him feel good about himself, it's like a breath of fresh air. That's why confident men stand out in a sea of insecurity. Too many men rely on external factors for their confidence, their job, their looks, or their social status. But what happens when those things are taken away? True confidence comes from within. It's about knowing your value regardless of what happens in your life. When you have this kind of confidence, you become untouchable. You're not shaken by rejection. You're not rattled by setbacks, and you certainly don't need a woman's approval to feel good about yourself. Start working on your internal confidence by setting goals and achieving them no matter how small. Each time you keep a promise to yourself, you build confidence. And remember, confidence doesn't mean you're perfect. It means you're comfortable in your imperfections. Own who you are, flaws and all, and watch how women respond to that genuine self-assurance. Confidence, that often cited but rarely understood quality, is a powerful force of attraction. However, the confidence that truly resonates with women is not the loud, boastful arrogance often mistaken for it. It's the quiet, unwavering belief in one's own worth, the inner assurance that you are enough, just as you are. This type of confidence is magnetic because it's rare, especially in a world where men are constantly pressured to prove themselves through external achievements and material possessions. Women are naturally drawn to confident men because confidence signals security. In a world filled with insecurities, anxieties, and pressures, a man who exudes unwavering self-belief provides a sense of stability and reassurance. Think about it. Women often grapple with their own insecurities, anxieties about their appearance, their perceived worth, and their ability to measure up to societal expectations. When a woman encounters a man who is unshaken by external validation, who doesn't need her approval to feel good about himself, it's like a breath of fresh air. This independence from external validation is a key weakness in women, a deep-seated desire for a partner who is secure in himself and doesn't rely on her to fill a void. Stoic self-sufficiency, the source of true confidence. True confidence, the kind that resonates with women on a deeper level, stems from inner self-sufficiency, a quality deeply aligned with Stoic philosophy. Too many men base their confidence on external factors like their job, their looks, or their social status. But what happens when those things are taken away? True confidence, like the Stoic ideal of inner peace, comes from within. It's about knowing your value regardless of external circumstances, about finding strength in your own character and principles. When you possess this type of confidence, you become untouchable. Rejection doesn't shake you, setbacks don't rattle you, and you certainly don't need a woman's approval to feel good about yourself. To cultivate this inner confidence, focus on setting goals and achieving them, no matter how small. Each time you keep a promise to yourself, you build self-trust and reinforce your belief in your own capabilities. Remember, confidence doesn't mean you're perfect. It means you're comfortable in your imperfections. Own who you are, flaws and all, and watch how women respond to that genuine self-assurance. This authenticity, born from self-acceptance, is far more attractive than any carefully constructed facade. Principle 3. Ambition, the allure of purposeful drive. 3. Ambition is one of the most powerful traits a man can have in today's world where complacency is encouraged and settling for mediocrity is the norm. The ambitious man stands out as someone who is constantly pushing himself to be better. Women are drawn to men who have a clear sense of purpose and drive because it signals that you're going somewhere in life. Here's the thing, ambition doesn't have to mean you're building a multi-million-dollar empire or working 80 hours a week. It means you have goals, you're working toward something, and you refuse to settle for good enough. Women want to be with a man who is driven because it makes them feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves. If you're ambitious, it shows that you're not content with just coasting through life, and that is incredibly attractive. But here's where most guys get it wrong. They talk about ambition without backing it up. You can't just say you're ambitious, you have to show it. Whether it's through your career, your personal growth, or your hobbies, you need to demonstrate that you're constantly striving for more. Ambition is about progress, not perfection. It's about showing that you're always working to become a better version of yourself. Start by setting short-term and long-term goals. These don't have to be grandiose, but they need to push you out of your comfort zone, whether it's getting a promotion at work, learning a new skill, or getting in shape. Make sure you're constantly moving forward. When a woman sees that you're ambitious, she'll want to be part of your journey. In a world that often encourages complacency and celebrates mediocrity, ambition stands out as a truly compelling quality in a man. Women are naturally drawn to men who possess a clear sense of purpose and a relentless drive to achieve their goals. This isn't necessarily about building a multi-million-dollar empire or working grueling hours. It's about having a vision for your life and actively pursuing it with passion and determination. Ambition signals that you're not content with simply coasting through life, that you're committed to personal growth and making a meaningful impact on the world. This drive creates a sense of excitement and possibility, making women feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves. It taps into a primal desire to align with a partner who is actively shaping their own destiny. However, many men misunderstand the true nature of ambition, often talking a big game without backing it up with concrete actions. Words are cheap. Ambition must be demonstrated through tangible progress in your career, your personal development, or your hobbies. Stoic focus, channeling ambition with purpose. From a Stoic perspective, ambition is not about chasing fleeting desires or external validation. It's about identifying your values and aligning your actions with your purpose. It's about striving for excellence in all that you do, not for the sake of recognition or reward, but for the inherent satisfaction of living a life of virtue. To cultivate this purposeful ambition, start by setting both short-term and long-term goals that push you outside of your comfort zone. These goals don't need to be grandiose, but they should be challenging and aligned with your values. Whether it's getting a promotion at work, learning a new skill, or improving your physical fitness, make sure you're constantly moving forward, striving to become a better version of yourself. When a woman sees that you're driven, that you're actively pursuing your goals with passion and determination, she'll naturally want to be a part of your journey. She'll recognize that you're a man who is not afraid to take risks, to challenge yourself, and to make a difference in the world. Principle 4. Emotional strength, the unwavering anchor in the storm. For emotional strength, it's no secret that life isn't always easy. We all face hardships, setbacks, and challenges, but the one thing that sets men apart is how they handle these challenges. Women are incredibly intuitive. They can sense weakness, uncertainty, and lack of emotional control from a mile away. And here's the truth: women are not attracted to weak men. They're not attracted to men who crumble under pressure, throw tantrums, or constantly seek validation when things get tough. They're attracted to men who remain strong, calm, and in control, even in the face of adversity. Women want a man who can weather the storm and remain steady. Emotional strength means being able to handle stress and difficulties without falling apart. It means being able to stay composed when things don't go as planned. It's about having the mental and emotional resilience to face life's challenges head-on without letting them define you. It doesn't mean suppressing your emotions or pretending you're invincible. It means having the emotional intelligence to know when to express yourself and when to remain calm and steady. Work on strengthening your emotional resilience by practicing mindfulness meditation or journaling. When you can manage your emotions, you show the world that you're someone who can be relied upon, someone who doesn't let circumstances dictate his mood or decisions. That's the kind of man women want by their side. Life is inevitably filled with hardships, setbacks, and challenges. It's how a man handles these inevitable storms that truly defines him. Women possess an innate intuition for detecting weakness, uncertainty, and a lack of emotional control. They are not attracted to men who crumble under pressure, throw tantrums, or constantly seek validation when the going gets tough. Instead, they are drawn to men who remain strong, calm, and in control, even in the face of adversity. This emotional strength is a crucial weakness, a deep-seated desire for a partner who can weather the storm and provide a sense of security and stability. Emotional strength means being able to handle stress and difficulties without falling apart. It means being able to stay composed when things don't go as planned. It's about having the mental and emotional resilience to face life's challenges head-on, without letting them define you. This doesn't mean suppressing your emotions or pretending you're invincible. It means having the emotional intelligence to know when to express yourself appropriately and when to remain calm and steady. Stoic resilience, finding strength in adversity. From a Stoic perspective, emotional strength is not about suppressing emotions, but about understanding and managing them effectively. It's about cultivating inner resilience and finding strength in the face of adversity. The Stoic understands that external events are often beyond our control, but we always have control over our reactions. By focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, our actions, and our attitudes, we can weather any storm with equanimity and grace. To cultivate emotional resilience, practice mindfulness, meditation, or journaling. These practices help you become more aware of your emotions and to develop the ability to manage them effectively. When you can manage your emotions, you show the world that you're someone who can be relied upon, someone who doesn't let circumstances dictate his mood or decisions. That's the kind of man women want by their side. A partner who can provide stability, support, and unwavering strength in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Principle 5. Leadership, the guiding hand with a clear vision. 5. Leadership. Let's be honest, women don't want to follow a man who is lost. They don't want to be with someone who has no direction, no purpose, or no plan for the future. Women want to be with a man who knows where he's going and has the leadership qualities to guide them on the journey. Leadership isn't about dominating or controlling. It's about leading by example. It's about showing the way with your actions, not just your words. Women are naturally drawn to men who exhibit strong leadership because it signifies strength, confidence, and clarity. To become a great leader, you need to start by leading yourself. Be the man who takes responsibility for his life, who makes decisions with confidence, and who doesn't shy away from tough choices. A true leader doesn't wait for others to tell him what to do. He takes the initiative. He's proactive, not reactive. Women want to follow a man who knows where he's going and isn't afraid to take charge of his own life. Start by taking ownership of your own decisions. Stop waiting for permission. Make choices based on what's best for your growth and future. As you develop your leadership qualities, women will naturally be drawn to your strength and clarity. Women, at their core, don't desire to follow a man who is directionless, lost, or lacking a clear vision for the future. They seek a partner who embodies leadership, not through domination or control, but through guidance, inspiration, and a clear sense of purpose. This isn't about antiquated notions of male dominance. It's about the inherent human desire to align with someone who possesses strength, confidence, and the ability to navigate life's complexities with clarity. Women are naturally drawn to men who exhibit strong leadership qualities because it signifies that they have the capacity to provide direction, support, and a sense of security. This is a powerful weakness, a subconscious longing for a partner who can inspire them to reach their full potential and to create a fulfilling life together. True leadership isn't about dictating or controlling. It's about leading by example, showing the way through your actions rather than empty words. It's about taking responsibility for your own life, making decisions with confidence, and not shying away from tough choices. A true leader doesn't wait for others to tell him what to do. He takes initiative, is proactive rather than reactive, and strives to make a positive impact on the world. Stoic command, leading through self-mastery. From a Stoic perspective, leadership begins with self-mastery. Before you can effectively lead others, you must first learn to lead yourself. This means taking responsibility for your own thoughts, emotions, and actions, and striving to live in accordance with your values and principles. It means cultivating inner strength, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to personal growth. To develop your leadership qualities, start by taking ownership of your own decisions. Stop waiting for permission. Make choices based on what's best for your growth and future. As you develop your self-leadership skills, women will naturally be drawn to your strength, clarity, and a sense of purpose that emanates from your actions. They'll recognize that you're a man who is not afraid to take charge, to make tough decisions, and to lead with integrity and compassion. Principle 6. Independence, the strength of self-sufficiency. 6. Independence is one of the most underrated qualities a man can possess. When you're independent, you don't rely on others for your happiness, validation, or success. You stand on your own 2 feet and take full responsibility for your life. Women respect men who are independent because it shows that you are self-sufficient and capable. They don't want to feel like they have to take care of you or emotionally support you at all times. Instead, they want a man who is emotionally independent, who has his own life, passions, and interests. Being independent doesn't mean shutting people out or isolating yourself. It means having a strong sense of self and being able to live your life without needing anyone else to complete you. Work on becoming emotionally and financially independent. Focus on building your career, developing your personal interests, and taking care of your own well-being. When you're independent, you become less needy, which is incredibly attractive to women. You don't rely on them for your happiness or self-worth. This makes your relationship dynamic, much healthier, and more balanced. In a world that often promotes codependency and reliance on external sources of validation, independence stands out as a highly attractive quality in a man. When you're truly independent, you don't rely on others for your happiness, validation, or success. You stand on your own 2 feet and take full responsibility for your life, both emotionally and financially. Women deeply respect men who possess this self-sufficiency because it signals capability, resilience, and a strong sense of self. They don't want to feel like they have to constantly take care of you or provide unwavering emotional support. They desire a partner who is emotionally independent, who has his own life, passions, and interests. This is a significant weakness. A desire for a partner who is a strong individual in their own right, not someone who is constantly seeking reassurance or validation. Being independent doesn't mean shutting people out or isolating yourself. It means having a strong sense of self and being able to live your life fully without needing anyone else to complete you. It means valuing your own time, pursuing your own interests, and taking care of your own well-being. Stoic autonomy, finding freedom in self-reliance. From a Stoic perspective, independence is not merely a desirable trait, but a fundamental principle of a fulfilling life. It's about cultivating inner autonomy and recognizing that true happiness comes from within, not from external sources. The Stoic strives to be self-reliant, not because they are antisocial, but because they understand that relying on others for their happiness or well-being is a recipe for disappointment and dependence. To cultivate independence, focus on building your career, developing your personal interests, and taking care of your own well-being. Become financially independent by managing your finances responsibly and pursuing opportunities for career advancement. Develop your emotional independence by practicing self-awareness, managing your emotions effectively, and cultivating a strong sense of self-worth. When you're independent, you become less needy and more attractive to women. You don't rely on them for your happiness or self-worth, which creates a much healthier and more balanced relationship dynamic. Principle 7. Mystery, the intrigue of the uncharted depths. 7. Mystery in a world where everyone overshares on social media and tries to be an open book. Mystery has become one of the most alluring traits a man can possess. Women love mystery because it keeps them intrigued. It sparks curiosity and keeps them wanting to know more about you. The more you reveal too soon, the more predictable and boring you become. The key is to give her just enough to keep her interested, but not so much that she knows everything about you from the start. Mystery creates tension. And tension creates attraction. You don't have to be an enigma or play games. Simply focus on creating space in the relationship for her to wonder about you. Don't reveal all your cards on the first date or tell her every detail of your life right away. Keep her guessing. Let her learn about you over time. This will keep her engaged and interested and make her want to pursue you even more. The most interesting men are the ones who never fully reveal themselves too quickly. They're always a step ahead, and that mystery is incredibly magnetic to women. In a world saturated with oversharing on social media and a relentless pursuit of transparency, mystery has become an increasingly rare and alluring quality in a man. Women are naturally drawn to mystery because it sparks curiosity, creates intrigue, and keeps them wanting to know more. The more you reveal too soon, the more predictable and, frankly, boring you become. This isn't about being dishonest or playing manipulative games. It's about understanding the psychology of attraction and creating space for genuine connection to develop over time. The key is to give her just enough to pique her interest, but not so much that she feels like she knows everything about you from start. Mystery creates tension, and tension, when managed effectively, creates attraction. It taps into a fundamental human desire to unravel the unknown, to discover the hidden depths beneath the surface. This is a subtle but powerful weakness, a craving for the thrill of discovery and the satisfaction of gradually uncovering the layers of a complex and intriguing personality. Stoic reserve, guarding the inner sanctum. From a Stoic perspective, mystery isn't about contrived aloofness or manipulative withholding. It's about protecting your inner sanctum, about guarding your thoughts and emotions with deliberate intention. The Stoic understands the importance of self-control and doesn't feel compelled to overshare or to reveal every aspect of their life to others. They value their privacy and understand that true connection is built on mutual respect and a gradual unfolding of intimacy. To cultivate mystery, simply focus on creating space in the relationship for her to wonder about you. Don't reveal all your cards on the first date or tell her every detail of your life right away. Keep her guessing, let her learn about you over time. This will keep her engaged and interested and make her want to pursue you even more. The most interesting men are the ones who never fully reveal themselves too quickly. They're always a step ahead, and that air of mystery is incredibly magnetic. Principle 8. Emotional intelligence. Navigating the complexities of the heart. 8. Emotional intelligence (EQ) is the ability to understand, manage, and express your emotions in a healthy and productive way. It also means being able to recognize and understand the emotions of others. Women are drawn to men who have high emotional intelligence because it shows that you can communicate effectively, empathize with others, and handle emotions in a mature way. Emotional intelligence is more important than ever in today's relationships because it's the key to understanding how someone feels, managing conflict, and building a deep emotional connection. Work on developing your emotional intelligence by becoming more self-aware. Pay attention to how you react in different situations and how your emotions influence your behavior. Start by being more empathetic. Try to understand things from her perspective and listen with the intent to understand, not just to respond. The more emotionally intelligent you become, the more women will be drawn to your ability to navigate the complex eddies of emotions with grace and understanding. Emotional intelligence (EQ), the ability to understand, manage, and express your emotions in a healthy and productive way, as well as to recognize and understand the emotions of others, is an increasingly vital quality in modern relationships. Women are naturally drawn to men who possess high emotional intelligence because it signals the ability to communicate effectively, empathize with others, and handle emotions in a mature and constructive manner. In today's complex and often turbulent world, emotional intelligence is more important than ever. It's the key to understanding how someone feels, managing conflict effectively, and building a deep and lasting emotional connection. This capacity for emotional understanding is a significant weakness, a deep-seated desire for a partner who can navigate the complexities of emotions with grace, sensitivity, and genuine empathy. Women long to feel understood, validated, and supported, and emotional intelligence is the key to providing that sense of security and connection. Stoic wisdom, mastering the inner landscape. From a Stoic perspective, emotional intelligence is not about succumbing to emotions or allowing them to control your actions. It's about understanding the nature of emotions, recognizing their influence on your behavior, and developing the ability to manage them effectively. It's about cultivating inner wisdom and using your emotions as a guide, not as a master. To develop your emotional intelligence, start by becoming more self-aware. Pay attention to how you react in different situations and how your emotions influence your behavior. Practice mindfulness and journaling to gain a deeper understanding of your own emotional patterns. Start by being more empathetic. Try to understand things from her perspective and listen with the intent to understand, not just to respond. Ask clarifying questions, validate her feelings, and show genuine curiosity about her experiences. The more emotionally intelligent you become, the more women will be drawn to your ability to navigate the complexities of emotions with grace and understanding. You'll be able to build deeper, more meaningful connections based on trust, empathy, and mutual respect. Principle 9. A sense of humor. The lightness of heart in a heavy world. 9. A sense of humor. Laughter is one of the most powerful tools in any relationship. A man with a sense of humor can diffuse tension, make life more enjoyable, and create a relaxed atmosphere where both people feel comfortable. Women love men who can make them laugh because humor is a sign of confidence and intelligence. It shows that you don't take yourself too seriously and that you know how to have fun. Women are not attracted to men who are always serious, uptight, or angry. Life is full of challenges, and a man who can find humor in tough situations is someone who can handle life's obstacles with ease. Start embracing humor in your life. Don't be afraid to laugh at yourself or find the light side of things. Be playful, not mean-spirited. A good sense of humor is about making life more enjoyable, not using humor as a defense mechanism or to belittle others. The more you can make her laugh, the more she'll feel comfortable with you, and the stronger your bond will be. In a world often characterized by stress, pressure, and endless challenges, a sense of humor is a powerful and invaluable asset. Laughter has the remarkable ability to diffuse tension, make life more enjoyable, and create a relaxed atmosphere where both people feel comfortable and at ease. Women are particularly drawn to men who can make them laugh because humor is a sign of confidence, intelligence, and a healthy perspective on life. It demonstrates that you don't take yourself too seriously and that you know how to find joy and levity even in the midst of difficult situations. In short, this capacity to bring joy to her life is a powerful, yet often overlooked, weakness. Women are generally not attracted to men who are perpetually serious, uptight, or angry. Life is inevitably full of challenges, and a man who can find humor in tough situations is someone who can handle life's obstacles with grace and resilience. Stoic levity. Finding humor in the face of fate. From a Stoic perspective, humor is not about escapism or trivializing serious matters. It's about maintaining perspective and finding lightness even in the face of adversity. The Stoic understands that life is full of challenges and setbacks, but they refuse to be defined by them. They cultivate a sense of inner resilience and find humor in the absurdity of life, allowing them to navigate difficult situations with greater ease and grace. To cultivate a sense of humor, start by embracing laughter in your own life. Don't be afraid to laugh at yourself, to find the light side of things, and to be playful without being mean-spirited. A good sense of humor is about making life more enjoyable, not using humor as a defense mechanism or to belittle others. The more you can make her laugh, the more she'll feel comfortable with you, and the stronger your bond will be. You'll create a relaxed and enjoyable atmosphere where both of you can truly be yourselves, fostering a deeper connection based on shared joy and laughter. Principle 10. Authenticity, the magnetic power of being real. 10. Authenticity. At the end of the day, women are looking for authenticity. They want a man who is genuine, honest, and real with them. Pretending to be something you're not will only lead to disappointment and disconnection. Women can see through the act, and when they sense that you're being fake, it turns them off. The most attractive thing you can be is yourself. Unapologetically, authenticity is magnetic because it signals that you're comfortable in your own skin and don't need to pretend to be someone else to win her over. Stop trying to impress her with things that aren't true or pretending to be someone you're not. Instead, focus on being the best version of yourself and let her see the real you. Be honest about your intentions, your desires, and your flaws. Authenticity creates trust, and trust is the foundation of any great relationship. When you're real with her, she'll be real with you, and that's where the magic happens. At the end of the day, what women crave most in a partner is authenticity. They desire a man who is genuine, honest, and real with them. Someone who isn't afraid to be vulnerable and to show his true self, flaws and all. This is perhaps the most powerful and fundamental weakness of all a deep-seated aversion to pretense, and a profound attraction to genuine honesty. Pretending to be someone you're not will inevitably lead to disappointment and disconnection. Women possess a keen ability to detect insincerity, and when they sense that you're being fake, it's an immediate turnoff. The most attractive thing you can be is yourself, unapologetically. Authenticity is magnetic because it signals that you're comfortable in your own skin and that you don't need to pretend to be someone else to win her over. It speaks to a deep sense of self-acceptance and a willingness to be vulnerable, qualities that are incredibly attractive to women. Stop trying to impress her with things that aren't true or pretending to be someone you're not. Instead, focus on being the best version of yourself and let her see the real you. Be honest about your intentions, your desires, and your flaws. Authenticity creates trust, and trust is the foundation of any great relationship. When you're real with her, she'll be real with you. And that's where the magic happens, a genuine connection built on mutual respect, understanding, and acceptance. Stoic integrity, living in alignment with your true self. From a Stoic perspective, authenticity is not just about being honest with others. It's about living in alignment with your true self, with your values, and with your principles. It's about cultivating inner integrity and striving to be the best version of yourself, regardless of external pressures or expectations. The Stoic understands that true happiness comes from living a life of virtue, from being true to oneself, and from acting in accordance with reason and wisdom. To cultivate authenticity, focus on understanding your values, setting clear boundaries, and living in accordance with your principles. Be honest with yourself about your strengths and weaknesses, and strive to improve in all areas of your life. Embrace your imperfections, learn from your mistakes, and never stop striving to become a better version of yourself. When you're authentic, you attract people who are drawn to your true self, and you build relationships based on genuine connection and mutual respect. Conclusion: we've explored 10 often unspoken weaknesses that influence women's attraction, but it's crucial to remember that understanding these aspects isn't about manipulation or control. It's about gaining a deeper understanding of human psychology and using that knowledge to build stronger, more meaningful, and more respectful relationships. By embracing these principles, guided by Stoic wisdom, you're not just improving your interactions with women, you're strengthening your own character and cultivating a more fulfilling life. True power, as the Stoics understood, is not about control over others, but about mastering yourself. So, stay stoic, stay strong, and continue building relationships that are grounded in respect, wisdom, and emotional fortitude. Remember, your worth is not defined by external validation, but by the virtues you embody and the actions you take. Strive to live a life of purpose, to cultivate inner strength, and to connect with others on a genuine and authentic level. This essay aims to provide a nuanced and insightful exploration of attraction, drawing upon Stoic principles to offer a more balanced and authentic approach to relationships. It's important to remember that these are general observations and individual experiences may vary. The key is to use this knowledge to foster greater understanding, empathy, and respect in your interactions with women.